Imagine your engine fails, your car is still under warranty, and the repair is rejected anyway. Most Citroën owners assume a warranty covers anything that breaks. The reality is a lot more complicated, and knowing the difference could save you thousands. One thing I've noticed after talking to so many Citroën owners is this: most people only learn what their warranty actually covers when something goes wrong. And honestly, I don't think dealers are hiding anything. The reality is that delivery day is hectic. Between paperwork, finance, vehicle handovers, and servicing discussions, the warranty booklet usually gets forgotten. And let's be honest, most of us just want to drive our new Citroën home. The problem is we assume a warranty means if it breaks, it's covered. But when it's time to make a claim, details like service history, approved parts, and wear and tear exclusions suddenly matter a lot more than most people realize. But the biggest myth I keep hearing is this: people think a warranty means every repair is free. It doesn't. A manufacturer's warranty is there to cover factory defects, not parts that naturally wear out. If an ECU, sensor, or factory-fitted wiring develops a genuine fault, that's exactly what the warranty is for. But brake pads, brake discs, clutch friction material, wiper blades, tires, and even the 12-volt battery are designed to wear with normal use. They're maintenance items, not manufacturing defects. Once you understand that difference, the whole warranty suddenly makes a lot more sense, and you'll avoid the disappointment that catches so many owners by surprise. And when you think about it, it actually makes sense. Manufacturers can promise the quality of the parts they build, but they can't predict how every owner drives, where the car is used, or how quickly wear items will be consumed. If brake pads were covered indefinitely, someone driving gently through the countryside and someone charging through alpine roads every weekend would expect the exact same replacement policy. That simply wouldn't be sustainable. But here's one mistake I see far too often. People think that once they've bought the car, servicing is just another routine expense. In reality, servicing is one of the biggest things protecting your warranty. You can have years of warranty left, but if you ignore the manufacturer's service schedule, delay maintenance, or use the wrong oil or incorrect parts, you could make a genuine warranty claim much harder to win. That's why I always treat every service as more than just maintenance. It's evidence that I've looked after the car properly. Something as simple as keeping every invoice, recording the mileage, or making sure the service book is stamped can make a huge difference later. If a major component fails, those records help prove you've done everything expected of you. Without them, it's much easier for a dealer or manufacturer to argue that poor maintenance contributed to the problem. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean you have to visit a Citroën dealer every single time. In many European countries, independent garages can service your car without affecting the warranty, provided they follow Citroën's service schedule and use approved fluids and replacement parts. But the rules aren't identical everywhere, so I'd always double-check what's written in your warranty before making that decision. But servicing isn't the only thing that catches owners out. Modifications can be an even bigger gray area. And this is where a lot of myths start spreading online. I often hear people say, one modification and your entire warranty is gone. That's simply not true. Manufacturers usually look at one question: did the modification actually cause the failure? If you've had the ECU remapped and the engine develops a problem linked to that tune, then yes, that repair could be rejected. But if your ABS module fails because of a factory defect, an aftermarket suspension kit probably has nothing to do with it. That's why I always recommend choosing quality parts, using reputable installers, and keeping a record of every modification. And finally, there's one term that surprises almost every owner: goodwill. It sounds like another type of warranty, but it isn't. A warranty is something the manufacturer is contractually required to honor. Goodwill, on the other hand, is completely voluntary. Maybe your Citroën is only a few months out of warranty, has a full service history, and develops a well-known fault. In cases like that, the manufacturer may decide to cover part, or even all, of the repair simply to look after a loyal customer. It's a fantastic bonus when it happens, but I'd never rely on it. If you receive goodwill support, treat it exactly as the name suggests: a gesture of goodwill, not something you're automatically entitled to. So let's say the worst actually happens. A warning light comes on, the car starts making a strange noise, and you know it's time to make a warranty claim. What you do next can make a much bigger difference than most people realize. The first thing I'd do isn't drive straight to the dealership. I'd spend a few minutes gathering evidence. Take clear photos of any warning lights, record videos if the fault is intermittent, and write down exactly when it happens. Does it only happen on a cold morning, at motorway speeds, under hard acceleration? Those little details can help technicians reproduce the issue much more quickly. And they also show you've genuinely documented the fault instead of just describing it from memory. I'd also keep every service invoice together in one folder, whether that's on my phone or in a physical file. If a warranty claim is ever questioned, having those records immediately available makes life much easier. And if the dealer decides not to approve the repair, don't argue on the spot. Instead, ask for the decision in writing and request the specific warranty clause they use to reach that conclusion. If something still doesn't seem right, calmly escalate the case to Citroen customer support. I've found that staying polite, organized, and well-prepared almost always gets you further than losing your temper. One thing I definitely avoid is trying to fix the issue myself before making the claim. Swapping parts, modifying wiring, or experimenting with DIY repairs can make it much harder to prove what actually caused the failure. And that brings me to probably the easiest piece of advice in this entire video. Spend just 5 minutes reading the documents that came with your car. I know, it doesn't sound exciting, but your warranty booklet, maintenance schedule, and owner's manual answer most of the questions people end up asking only after something has gone wrong. They explain what's covered, what's excluded, when your car needs servicing, and what certain warning lights actually mean. So, what's the biggest warranty surprise you've experienced with your Citroën? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoy learning the things owner's manuals don't exactly shout about, hit subscribe, unless you secretly work for a warranty department. Next, you can watch the Citroen PureTech problem every owner needs to know in 2026, or check out the video YouTube picked especially for you.